But where I'm at with Beyonce right now is a weird thing because like she's the queen. Like this is somebody as not just a black man, a gay man, somebody who grew up in the era of Michael Jackson, who saw a real icon. Beyonce is our Michael Jackson. So like
Y'all, Jason Lee just crossed a line that not even the messiest bloggers have dared to step over. And this time, it involves Beyoncé's children. Not her marriage, not her tour, not even Jay-Z. We're talking about the twins. Jason claims he has actual footage that confirms Sir and Rumi may be on the spectrum. Let that sink in for a second. Because if true, this isn't just a rumor. It's one of the biggest secrets the Carters have ever kept. And the way Solange is allegedly reacting behind the scenes? Let's just say, this isn't gonna end quietly. Now everybody knows Beyoncé is not the type to put her kids in the spotlight. Sir and Rumi have been hidden from paparazzi, red carpets, interviews. Even fan cams struggle to catch a glimpse. For years, fans chalked it up to Beyoncé being fiercely private. But Jason is saying it was never about privacy, it was about protecting a diagnosis. And that's why this new wave of drama feels so personal. Because Jason didn't just mention the kids. He dropped receipts and basically dared Beyoncé to check him. According to Jason, not only are the rumors true, but he's seen footage that he says proves both twins are on the autism spectrum. He didn't just whisper it, he announced it. Loud, clear, unapologetic. And according to him, this is something Beyoncé's team has been working overtime to keep buried. He says they even tried to buy his silence, offering hush-hush deals to keep this story from ever seeing daylight. But now he's done playing quiet. He's lighting the match. And the Hive? They're spiraling. On a recent episode of his podcast, Jason went off. He asked why Beyoncé's team suddenly started blowing up his phone when they never called before. Not when he wanted to honor Jay-Z. Not when he offered PR help during the Kaepernick drama. Not when he supported her hair care launch or hyped up Renaissance. They didn't send him flowers, backstage passes, or even a thank you text. But the minute he hinted at this story, suddenly the phone wouldn't stop ringing. That, according to Jason, says everything. And it's not just the calls that raised eyebrows. Jason claims he's already done Beyoncé a massive favor, something major, in his words, that never got acknowledged. And now he's tired of being quiet. In his own words, he's not just running toward the fire. He's either putting it out or fanning the flames. Right now, he's fanning hard. But let's rewind, because the real question is, how did we get here? Well, it starts with Beyoncé's pregnancy. Way back when she gave that rare Vogue interview, she talked about having a traumatic birth, emergency C-section. One twin's heart stopped, weeks of bed rest. She even said her body shut down. That wasn't just a tough delivery, it was a medical crisis. And now, with this Jason situation blowing up, fans are revisiting those details through a whole new lens. Some in the medical world have long linked complications like preeclampsia, which Beyoncé revealed she had, to a higher risk of neurodevelopmental conditions. Of course, not every case leads there. But when you stack that with how extremely protective she's been, over Sir specifically, the whispers start to sound less like gossip and more like theory. And Jason? He's turning theory into accusations. He pointed out a moment in that same Vogue piece where Beyoncé described her daughters as powerful, confident, bold, natural leaders. But when she mentioned Sir, the tone shifted. She said she hopes he's brave in a cruel world, that she wants to protect him, that he should feel safe just existing. At the time, people saw it as a mother's love, but Jason's spinning it as something deeper, suggesting those words were coded acknowledgments of a hidden diagnosis. And then came the claim that really rattled the internet. Jason says Sir doesn't just stay out of the public eye. He's allegedly being raised in a full-time care facility, a discreet, ultra-private center where his needs can be managed in total control. Jason says it's not at the Carter home, not even close. And while the place is supposedly high-end and well-resourced, fans are still freaking out. Because if true, that would shatter the image of Beyoncé as the hands-on mom of a picture-perfect family. Some are calling it abandonment, others are saying it might be the best care money can buy, but either way, it doesn't fit the fairy tale. It raises uncomfortable questions about the reality behind the glam. questions the Carters have avoided for years. And it's not just Jason stirring this pot. Azealia Banks, who always has something to say, once tweeted, "Stop hiding your son from the world, sis. People will find out sooner or later." At the time, folks thought she was just being messy. But now? It's giving, she knew something. It adds fuel to the idea that these rumors have been bubbling under the surface for years, and that Jason is just the first to say it out loud. What makes this even more intense is that Jason isn't asking for sympathy, he's asking for leverage. He told his audience flat out that unless Beyoncé gets Kelly Rowland to appear on his show, he's releasing the receipts. This isn't about curiosity, it's a power play. And the way he said it didn't feel like a bluff. He even whispered something to his co-host during the podcast. And the reaction on set said everything. Shock, nervous laughter, and the kind of silence that screams, he just went too far. And y'all, just when you thought it couldn't get more chaotic, Solange allegedly entered the chat. You remember when she posted that picture of a voodoo altar on Instagram? At the time, people thought it was aimed at Nicki Minaj. But now, Jason is saying it was never about Nicki. It was about him. A warning, a spiritual message. Auntie Solange apparently decided it was time to get ancestral and let Jason know she wasn't having it. Whether or not you believe in spiritual warfare, one thing's for sure. This drama is starting to feel bigger than just Hollywood gossip. Because now, it's about family. About what gets protected at all costs, and what happens when someone breaks that code. Jason claims he still has footage he hasn't released. More receipts, more details, more tea, and he's daring Beyoncé's team to stop him. But here's the question. If he really has the footage, why hasn't he dropped it yet? Is he bluffing for clout? Or is he holding it back as a final card, something to play if things go even further left? Whatever the case, this isn't just another celebrity scandal. This could be the one that tests the Carter empire in a way we've never seen before. And if Solange is really stepping in with silent warnings, that means the family is no longer watching quietly. They're moving. One thing is clear. Jason's not backing down. The Hive is on high alert. And the truth, it may be uglier than anyone's ready to admit. Because when it comes to Beyoncé, her silence speaks volumes. And right now, that silence is louder than ever.